The morning sun was barely up in the quiet suburb of Willow Creek, Oregon, when a pickup truck roared through my fence at 6:45 a.m. on a lazy Saturday in September 2024. It wasn't the wake-up call I'd imagined, but my neighbor Laura had other plans. The splintering crash of cedar planks jolted me awake, followed by the guttural growl of an engine that screamed chaos. I stumbled out of bed, heart pounding, and saw Laura's mud-caked truck lodged in my backyard, its tailgate tangled with shards of my fence like some twisted victory banner. Her wild glare met mine through the windshield, hands gripping the wheel like she was about to star in a post-apocalyptic chase scene. Laura wasn't just any neighbor, she was the self-crowned queen of our cul-de-sac, ruling with a mix of sharp-tongued critiques and relentless next-door posts. Every mailbox was her domain, every lawn her canvas for judgment. Her truck, always parked like it owned the street, was her chariot of chaos. By the time I threw on a jacket and ran outside, barefoot and fuming, Laura was climbing out with the swagger of a reality TV villain. She eyed the wreckage and, with a smirk, said, "You should really fix that fence. It's a hazard." I laughed, a short, disbelieving bark, as she brushed non-existent dirt off her jeans, ignoring the trail of debris her truck had carved. I could have called the cops, but Laura thrived on Dramate was her oxygen. Instead, I leaned into sarcasm. "Thanks for the tip, Laura. Maybe stick to the road next time." She huffed, stormed back to her house, and slammed the door, rattling her tacky lawn ornaments. That's when I decided, if Laura wanted a spectacle, I'd give her one she'd never forget. I spent the day salvaging what was left of my fence, taping up a flimsy barrier to keep my dog from wandering into Laura's overgrown yard. By afternoon, neighbors were buzzing Tom from across the street, sipped coffee, eyeing the damage, and asked, "You calling the police?" I shrugged, letting the universe sort it out. Maria, next door, muttered about Laura's family being a mess, her son once dating Laura's kid. That night, I watched Laura pace her driveway, snapping photos of a tiny scratch on her truck's bumper, no doubt prepping a tirade for the neighborhood group chat. I called a buddy, Mike, who owed me a favor from our construction days. "Got space for that excavator you mentioned?" I texted. His reply, a thumbs up, and "When do you want it?" The next morning, Willow Creek woke to the rumble of a flatbed delivering a gleaming yellow excavator to my property, its massive arm looming over Laura's driveway. Mike grinned as he unloaded it, asking, "This the famous property line?" I nodded, watching Laura's curtains twitch. Within minutes, she burst out in a bathrobe, slippers slapping the pavement, shrieking, "You can't park that here." I sipped my coffee, leaning against the machine. "Just storing it while I fix the fence you smashed, Laura. You cleared the path, after all." Her face turned beet red as she realized neighbors were watching Maria with a smirk, Tom filming from his porch. Laura dialed furiously, likely calling the cops, but I knew my rights. The excavator was legal, parked on my land, no violations. By noon, the excavator was a neighborhood legend. Kids biked by, snapping photos, dog walkers lingered, whispering. The local Facebook group exploded with Memisone captioned Laura's Demolition Derby, with her truck photoshopped into a monster rig. Laura fought back, posting a blurry video accusing me of weaponizing machinery to harass her. It went viral when a teen added a Star Wars soundtrack, racking up thousands of views. A city inspector showed up, checked my permits, and left with a nod, saying "nice fence." Laura, eavesdropping, looked like she'd swallowed a lemon. She escalated, hiring a landscaping crew to build a flimsy plastic wall on my property line, which I calmly dismantled and stacked on her porch with a note, "Thanks for the decor." The war peaked when Laura called a tow truck to haul the excavator away, claiming it was abandoned. I showed the driver my paperwork, and he bailed, leaving Laura fuming. By Friday, her truck was boxed in by the excavator and a neighbor's car, trapping her. She paced, yelling into her phone as a crowd gathered. I called out, "Need me to move it?" She glared, speechless. The next day, a city official arrived, reviewed my evidence, and declared the excavator legal. Laura's jaw dropped. "You letting him terrorize me?" she spat. The official sighed. It's a civil matter, ma'am. Defeated, she retreated, her usual bravado gone. I had Mike remove the excavator that afternoon. The neighborhood watched, snapping final photos, some tying a ribbon on its arm as a farewell. My new fence stood tall, a quiet victory. Laura stayed quiet, her blinds drawn, her rants ignored. The group chat moved on to lost pets and potlucks. Someone sold t-shirts with Excavator Epic printed over a cartoon fence. Wearing mine, I'd catch knowing nods from neighbors. Laura nodded at me once, not friendly, but not hostile, and I knew the war was over. The block felt like home again. What would you have done, called the cops on Laura, or played her game like I did? Could you outlast a neighbor like her, or would you move? Drop your thoughts below, and if you enjoyed this saga, like, comment, and subscribe for more neighborhood drama.